Well, it's the beginning of the fucking mowing season, and I gotta mow my damn yard. I wish I didn't have to, but if I didn't, Karen across the street would throw fits. So, gotta get the old POS started. What the fuck? Should have started by now. Man, fuck this piece of shit. I've been thinking about getting a ride-on mower anyway. Actually, I better get the damn thing fixed. Can't afford a new one. Who the fuck is that? Why are they banging so damn hard? I'm coming! Shut the fuck up! I thought I told you to shut the fuck up! What the hell do you want? Are you a mechanic? What I want to be? Why is that? I got this little POS lawnmower right here that won't start. Well, did you winterize it? What's it mean to winterize? Well, I will show you in today's video. Now take that piece of shit around back and I'll fix it for you. What a fucking asshole. Hey guys, how's it going? Well, unfortunately it's that time of season where we start putting our lawn equipment away, like our weed eaters, leaf blowers, mowers, chainsaws. If you have a riding mower, your riding mower. If you have a garden tractor, sometimes your garden tractor, unless you're going to use it over the winter. Other things like that. So I figured today I would make a video and I would show you guys how to winterize your machine to get it ready to run for next season, as well as some preventative maintenance things you could do to keep it from having trouble and not wanting to start next time you go to start it. So yeah, here we go. One of the first things you're going to want to do, especially if you own a newer mower like this, you're going to want to take your gas tank, drain it out completely, start the engine up, let the engine run completely out of gas. If you're using a chainsaw, or if you have whatever you're doing this on has a choke the engine, start the engine up, and let it sit there and run whatever is in the carb until it runs out of fuel. The engine will shut off. Then you shut the choke off after the engine shuts off, but crank it over some to make sure that it is completely out of fuel, because that fuel, what it does is the ethanol in it, if you have ethanol in yours, will gel up in here over time and it'll plug up all your jets. On the older carbs, the jets are a little bit bigger than they are in the newer carburetors, I've noticed, because of the EPA and all their bullshit. So on these ones, you're going to want to make sure you drain all the gas out at the end of the season. Check your oil, air filter. Air filter in here doesn't look too bad. If you have a pre-filter, check your pre-filter, which this one does. It needs cleaned, but it doesn't look terrible. Definitely seen worse. Make sure you do that. That is something you should do at the end of the season. I wouldn't wait until the beginning of the season. That's something I would do at the end of the season, right after you're done using the machine and getting ready to put it into storage. After you've done that, like I said before, check your fuel, empty your gas out. If your mower has an electric start on it, like this one does, charge that battery up all the way. One like this especially, I would keep this inside of a house. I would keep this unit inside of a climate controlled house, one that has heat, preferably probably down in the basement, or if you have a heated garage, put it in the garage. Or if you can't put it in the basement, or your garage isn't heated, or you don't have a basement, you can put it in a closet somewhere. Just clean it up real good and get all the gas or grass out of it. That way it doesn't have any bugs in it or anything, you know, that could leave a mess in your house. Or if you want to go through the extra hassle, just take the battery off, take it in the house, and leave the mower in a shed or something, because these batteries will go bad over the course of the winter if they're not charged. and they get cold. Another thing you want to do is lift your mower up and check underneath of it and make sure it's clean, because over the course of the winter, if you have grass under here and it has moisture underneath of it, it's going to rot out your deck. You're going to need a new mower. Your deck's going to have rust holes in it, and you're going to sit there and wonder, why is my deck all rusted out? That's why. But yeah, as you can see, this one's not too bad. It's got some grass under it. I've kept up with it over the course of using it. But one of the best ways to do it is a pressure washer. If you don't have a pressure washer, just use a putty knife. Another thing, when you put the mower up, make sure that the air filter is facing up and the exhaust is facing down. That way no oil goes into the breather and it doesn't fill up your air filter full of oil. Just clean it out the best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, it doesn't have to be nice and shiny. You can paint it, and you can put a coat of oil under here if you wanted to. But just get all the grass out of it, you know, make sure that you can see. Or just make sure that it's dry under here too and it's not going to rust. That's another thing to do, is reach up in here if yours has a bagger and pull all the grass out from behind here, because as you can see, it gets trapped and that'll cause your deck to rot out too. So now just go on ahead and get everything out of here. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just try to get everything you can out. You know, as long as you get most of it out, you're fine. And then just take it, and you don't have to work on it up on a table neither. You can do this on the floor. It's just easier for me to do it up on a table. Another thing I would do, since you have that mower flipped over and you're looking at it right now, this right here, I would take this off, take the blade off, and I would sharpen it. This blade actually doesn't feel too bad. It might go another season. Maybe it might. I'd say it'll go, I think it'll go another season. So I'm going to leave this blade alone, but when you do yours, depending how your blade feels, I would sharpen it. Or if you have more than one blade, check all your blades. If one needs sharpened, just sharpen all of them. If you have one of these to have a self-propel, check your belt. Make sure your belt looks good. Check your guard. Make sure it's not full of grass clippings up in there, because them grass clippings, that will destroy that belt over the course of time. Rubbing up on the grass and other stuff in there, the dirt, it'll sand it down and cause it to ruin it and go bad, especially if it gets real tight up in here. I know there's nothing in here. I did check it. If you have an air compressor, just take an air compressor and blow the air chuck through here, and it'll blow everything out, or you can blow it through that way and it'll blow everything out. On some of these walk behind mowers that have the self-propel to them, on some of them they will have a grease fitting for the little gearbox right here that drives the wheels. I gotta find it right there. No, that's not it. Should be a grease. Yes, right there. There's a grease fitting on these. Grease that. It'll grease this assembly. Just come in with your grease. Sometimes if you have to, just lift it up a little bit so you can get to it. And after you lift it up so you can get to it, come in here like so. Come on, damn it. Let me go on there. Make sure the fitting's clean also. That will help grease go into it. And just pump it until you start to see grease come out around the box. There we go. If you see grease start coming out around the grease fitting, move your thing around until it quits doing that. And then adjust this back down to height. Then I'm going to take that side and I'm going to lift it up and I'm going to do the same thing. Just watch around the gearbox. You will see grease start coming out. I know you're not going to be able to see it right now, but you will when you're greasing yours. I believe just about all self-propelled mowers have a grease fitting on their gearboxes that drive their rear wheels, but I might be wrong. Rear and front wheels. But like I said, I might be wrong on that. There we go. Grease is coming out. That's good. So now, the next thing would be to check your oil. Make sure your oil in it looks good, and if it needs new oil, change your oil. Another thing you're going to want to do is check your oil. On this mower, the oil dipstick is right here. I'm just going to loosen it. Depending how it looks, you can change it or you can leave it alone. This oil looks fine. I think I just actually changed this oil. So, feels good, looks fine. I haven't really run this a whole lot this season. It just runs for 5 minutes and then shuts off, just about. Another thing you can do is check your starter motor. Yep, that looks full. Check your starter motor, which is right there. You can take it off and you can move the gear back and forth that's in there and watch it and see if your motor has any play in it. If your starter motor has play, it's a bearing in there that needs to be replaced. I don't know the part number for it or anything to that matter, but that's something you can do and something you can check. On this one here, I wasn't going to, but I think I am going to show you guys sharpening the blade so that you guys have an idea on how to do it, just in case you don't know how. So a way to take this bolt off down here, you can use a wrench, you can use a socket wrench, or you can use an impact drill. Take your socket, loosen, righty tighty, lefty loosey, just stick it on here. Take the bolt out. There we go. As you can see. Then this piece right here, that's loose. This is another good opportunity. You can check your belt. If your thing moves like that, just pull it down, look at that belt, you know. But as you can see, I think this blade looks just fine, but like I said, I'm going to sharpen it just for the video. And there you go. That's just about all you have to do. Another thing I would do is flip the blade over and do this. All you really need is one pass. That just gets the burr off of it. Make sure that the side of your blade that faces down is this side. The side that faces up is the one with the wings. Just stick this back up on here. Oh, there we go. Take this piece, stick it up on there. Hang on a second. Let's take that, thread it in. And after you do that, just take your impact and there we go. What I would recommend is when you go to drain the gas out of it, if you're going to run it for the last time, sometimes I like to run the gas through the engine. Sometimes I'll let them sit there and run for a while before I drain the gas out and then run them dry. So the gas that's in there is over 2 years old. I'm just going to take it and dump it in here because this is old gas. I would mix it in with mine, but well, I really don't want to. I have stuff with no ethanol in it. Oh, that was great. I know someone's saying something. Yes, I could use a little thing to suck it all out, but this is easier, in my opinion. And then you would take it, start it up, let it run until it runs out of fuel. It'll shut off on its own when it's out of gas. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I want your guys' opinion. I started a Facebook group on Facebook for the 1 and 200 series garden tractors. As soon as I did that, I said something about it on YouTube, on YouTube. And all of a sudden, I went from 20 members to, I think now I'm at 100 and something members now after I announced it on YouTube. So I have a question for you guys. Would anybody out there be interested if I was to start a Maniac Mower Facebook page? Would anybody be interested in joining it? And you know, we could show off all our projects on there. You guys could show off your projects and let me see them, show off your tractors. Maybe I can upload behind the scenes stuff on there, or you know, failed clips from videos. I still have some failed clips from some videos. I've got some from this video earlier. So yeah, let me know. And you guys can, you know, like I said, you can share your tractors around and ask people questions, you know, and we'll all get to see your projects. So yeah, let me know what you think. Maybe I'll do that, like I said. I guess we'll see. Take care, guys. Bye. Well, it's the beginning of the mowing season again. Got up in my fucking yard now, even though I don't want to. Guess I better start up my mower so I can go mow. Thing's brand new. It should start. What the fuck? It wasn't supposed to do that. All you had to do is 3.
No, it's funnier. It's funnier when you're con.
What the fuck? What the hell do you want? And he says, what the hell do you want? Do you fix mowers? What I want to be? Why is that?
Why did you fix my mower for me? It's not starting.
Well, did you winterize it?
What's it mean you winterize?
Well, I will show you in today's video.
Do you fix lawnmowers?
No, I don't like that. Do you fix lawnmowers? When I want to. Or no. Are you a mechanic? When I want to be. Why is that? I got this little POS right here I need you to fix. What do I say after that? Oh, I know what I said. Are you a mechanic? I got this little lawnmower here I need you to fix for me. It won't start. What's it mean to winterize? Show you in today's video. Are you a mechanic? When I want to be, why is that? I got this little POS lawnmower right here that won't start. What's it mean to winterize? Okay, I am ready whenever. I thought I told you to shut the fuck up! Alright, quit. Alright, hang on, let me unlock it. You want to see the weapon I grabbed?
What?
I walked past the camera with it.
I want to see that.
You will, don't you worry.